full shed on Aurora. She's looking beautiful. You're looking beautiful today, girl. You are. She's looking beautiful. We'll start with her. We'll see if we can wait for like Evan or Evie or somebody to pop in, and then I'm gonna show a few snakes, and then I'm fucking out of here. Whoa, hang on, girl. You just smacked yourself in the face. You just smacked yourself in the face, girl. There we go. Move the camera back. There we go. That beautiful girl. Well, maybe nobody's gonna show up. Maybe nobody's gonna show up, girl. She's getting big. She's getting big. She's such a good girl. I love her. She's such a good girl. Yeah, she's such a sweetheart. She don't care about nothing. Good morning. What the hell are you doing? Is it you, Evan? I want to show a couple snakes and show you guys the snakes, and then I'm out of here. I'm probably gonna go over, if I do a live on while I'm trimming. It's probably gonna be on my other diesel fucking 049 channel. So if that's you. But she just shed, so I took her out. Figured I'd show her off. She just shed last night. .7 degrees in here this morning. Yeah, that fucking leopard pastel last night. Fucking, I shoved food in its mouth. I'll tell you the story, whoever the hell you are. You're at least here to hear it. I'll try to get her put back. Girl, what are you doing? She's fucking in my damn shirt. Yeah, I ain't gonna be able to get rid of her. Anyway, that leopard pastel last night, I had to assist feed it because it hadn't eaten this whole time. I've tried everything. Live mouse, hopper, live pinkies. I've tried assist feeding it like three times, I guess. And then last night I was like, I don't care. It's gonna eat tonight. And so I go and I get it to, in its mouth. I get it down to the back of its throat, and I go, all right. So I set it back in the friggin' tub, in the damn thing spits it right out. So I take it back out. I get it down, it opens its mouth right up and it goes right into the back of the throat, all super easy. So it was just sitting there. He was just sitting there, or her, just sitting there. So I said, screw it. And I just kind of kept massaging it in. And I could tell more and more of it's going in. The next thing I know, I got the damn thing all the way into to all the whole thing in the snake's mouth, except for like the back legs. And then I stopped because I couldn't get it in any more than that. And so then I stopped. And I was just holding it because the last time I put it down, it just spit it right out. So I just sat there and held it. Well, it just sat there in my hands with those legs of the rat fuzzy sticking out of its mouth. And had just a rat fuzzy sticking out of its mouth. So I just sat there and held it because I was like, well, I felt like if I just stuck it back in its enclosure, it was going to just sit there and spit it out. So I'm holding it, and I'm holding it for probably, because I started holding it in here. And then I was like, screw this fucking thing, might be fucking 5 minutes before fucking it wants to swallow it. Hey, Dale. So I'm sitting there just watching it, and I go, screw this, I'm going in the other room so we could finish watching our movie. So I'm sitting in there in the living room and I'm watching that damn snake and that thing's just sitting in my hand, got the feet still hanging out of the rat out of its mouth. Because I got it massaged all the way in its mouth to where just the legs were sticking out. I got it on, did a little fucking video of it, fucking, and it's one of the shorts. And then the other short is finally, once I could tell that it was starting to swallow, literally started swallowing in my hand, and I go, all right, cool. Now that it's at least starting to swallow, I'll stick it back in its enclosure. So I stuck it back in its tub, and I came back in about 5 minutes later, and boom, he had eaten it, but it was just weird. It sat there and was like swallowing it while I was holding it, which was, it was kind of cool. But let's see. Evan's leopard. We'll take Evan's leopard out. Evan, your leopard eats great. He's still just a little guy, though. Evan's not in here yet. He probably thinks I'm coming on at 11. But I'm not. I'm actually only coming on to show these couple snakes real quick, and then I'm out of here. I got trimming to do. And I'm not going to do live trimming on this channel. I'm going to go over to my Diesel 04927 channel, my weed channel, and I'll do my live there. I just sit and trim and talk to whoever shows up. Evan found me the last time, so it's easy enough. But there's your leopard. And this little guy, these guys are going out next week, next Wednesday. So Evan gets his 2 new snakes next Wednesday. There's that one, Evan. And there's this one looking all nice and chunk. Also, let me see here. Boom. There we go. Yes, bird. You are a sexy bird. She's going nuts. She's not the only one, though. My damn Savannah monitor is going nuts too because I was already set up out there trimming. She likes to come out. But yeah, look at the orange, yellow on the nose. These guys are really pretty snakes, these albino Enchies. Well, there's that one, Evan. There's Evan's two snakes. We'll get to Evie's because Evie's at work today. Not she's always at work, but today she's actually at the office. So she said at some point she will. My fingers are cold too. I should warm my fingertips up. Evie said at some point she will pop in and say good morning. But Evie watches these after they're done, and Evan will come back and watch it too if I let him know that I had your two snakes out in the beginning of the thing. Of course, this little guy. This little guy's doing great. He looks great now too. Because remember how small he was, like a shoestring. So he looks really good now. Got those. I think he's got 4 meals in him. And as long as this guy takes frozen mouse this next offering, I'm gonna ship the week after. Because at that point I'm not worried about it. And Evie already said where she could care less whether about breeding or not. She said she don't care whether they're on mouse or what. She just obviously prefers to have them on frozen thawed, and I totally get that. So as soon as we get him to take frozen thawed, we'll get him shipped out. But this girl eats awesome. Oh, this girl eats awesome. Takes from the tongs. Evie. Oh. Evan, your albino Enchi takes from the tongs too. And so doesn't your leopard. Oh. We'll find out what the black pastel prefers on his frozen thawed. The first meal or two, that black pastel might just want it dropped and closed up, and then he'll eat it. We'll find out. I'll try from the tongs. Always try from the tongs first. And after that, I try the drop and leave it and see if they take it. There's those two, and I told you, Evie, I'd take Ziggy out. Ziggy was in food mode last night when my wife checked on him. He ate 2 nights ago. He's still got kind of a food bump in him. But this is Ziggy. And this is another Evie snakes. Evie's got 3 coming to her. Oh, he's such a good boy. But yeah, I'll show you this too. Let me see. Oh, he's not pink yet, but I think he'll be going in the shed here coming up though, pretty soon. So. He is such a good boy. He's just like the rest of them. You know what I mean? And I say it all the time. I still say it to the wife. I take a snake out and I go, oh, they're such a good snake. You know what I mean? But they're all such a good snake. Every fucking snake I take out, I say the exact same thing, but they are. You know, some are way, even more chill than others, but they're all great. All of them are, have great temperaments. Couldn't be happier. But I do like Aurora's just got some. There's just something about Aurora that you can just tell. I can tell she's just super sweet and she could care less about anything. Even when she gets flopping around and shit like that, she's really not, it's not a big deal. You know what I mean? I can still go grab her by her head and pat her while she's flopping around like that, and it wouldn't bother her a bit. You know, sometimes I swear to God, it's just the way she acts. You know, and Foxy's kind of the same way. Even Roxy, I had to change Roxy this morning. She must have got in her water bowl and flooded her fucking dish. And so her paper towels were wet. So, go open her tub up. As soon as I touch her, she fucking automatically comes right over towards the side of the tub and starts coming out and starts coming up me, up the front of me. And then it's just pick her up, This just so used to friggin', it's a routine. I guarantee you they all know fucking, I'm soaked or I've gone to the bathroom. I guarantee you they know they're going to get changed because that's the routine. So her being soaked this morning, she knew she was going to be coming out. So it wasn't a big surprise. You know what I mean? So when I went and touched her, she knew exactly what was going on. So that's why she comes right over to the side of the tub and starts coming right up the front of my, stomach, because she knows she's coming out. And actually, I ended up having to friggin' walk away from her for some reason. Fucking let the dog in or something. And I came back in. And the wife had already picked her up. I mean, my wife's not afraid of Roxy at all. And the rest of the Boas, my wife is like totally comfortable with. Raven's the only one that she's really not, but she's getting better though, because Raven was about halfway up her tub, and my wife the last couple days fucking has reached straight in, even though she's right there, reaches in and goes and touches her paper towel, and make sure it's moist. Because sometimes it'll look like it's wet and it'll be bone dry. It just looks like it's wet. So you always want to check your paper towel actually by hand, And so I always do it. I don't care where she is. The first thing that Raven does is she doesn't pick her head up and get all like in food mode. First thing that happens when I stick my hand in there, her tongue starts going. She's smelling to see if there's any food, and she literally, because it's not food feeding time, she'll just sit there and keep tonguing. Yes, if I had food in there, eventually she would smell it and then she'd come to the front. But she'll just sit there and be fucking smelling to see if fucking there's any food. And when she figures out and doesn't smell any food, she goes, and she'll just sit there. She'll be like, yeah, there's no food. They're probably just doing something. But anyway, that was probably it for this morning. I'm going to hop over to my fucking Diesel 04927 channel. I'll set up a live there if nobody shows up. No big deal. I didn't imagine anybody wants to watch it anyway. But Evie said that she'd like to watch it, so I told her that I'd do it. But then I found out she's working, so she's probably not going to be able to watch anyway. But anyway, that's it for in the snake room. Now we're going to go into the trim room, which is my living room. All right. Cheers, everyone. Later.